Hello everyone. In today's video, I will be discussing reasons why a talented actor may still consistently be cast as ensemble. Now, this is part 1 of a 2-part mini-series about this. Today's part will be the reasons why you are casted as ensemble, and part 2 will be the positives of how a person can start getting lead roles and good ways to start achieving their goals of better parts. Now, over my 8 years in theater, I have realized there are 4 key reasons why a director may be casting someone as ensemble over and over again, even if they have a lot of talent. So, let's go through the 4. Alright, number 1 is the actor's youthful age. There are a lot of talented actors 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, and directors see their talent. But since they're younger, a lot of times directors will give the main roles to the older kids just because they come off as more responsible, or it looks better to have older and taller kids play the main roles, especially if they're romantic leads or something like that. A director might not seem it fit or appropriate for a younger actor to play those parts. But directors notice your talent, and if you're from 8 to 11 or even a little older or younger, just know that directors notice that talent, but it might just be you're too young to play those roles. But if you keep with it, you'll probably get to the point in a couple of years where you will get all those main roles. Number 2 is not having enough experience. Now, some directors, if you're talented, will give you a main role even if it's your first show. But other directors want to see people do lots of shows and consistently do theater before they start to get main roles, just to see if they can be trusted to learn lines and dances and choreography. So if you are just starting theater, just be patient and wait your time, and know that within a couple of shows, you'll probably gain that trust that the directors need to give you main roles. So if you're young or just new to theater, know that directors are watching you, and they see all the great stuff you're producing. You just have to wait your turn and be patient and do your best with all you're doing. Now, my 2 final points, they're a little more negative, but the negatives can be fixed. Point number 3 is maturity mistakes. Now, I see this a lot at local theater groups. A lot of the younger kids, or even some of the older kids, they mess around at rehearsals, they play around, they talk too loud, they don't pay attention when the director talks. These are all maturity mistakes, and directors realize it. If a director wants to block or stage a scene, and their actors are talking or playing games or playing on their phones, they notice that. And they might not want to cast you as a main role if they see you're messing around and goofing off during rehearsals. So I would say during rehearsals, always be on task and be paying attention, because directors notice who pays attention at rehearsals. And number 4 would be missing too many rehearsals. If you have a lot of conflicts on your conflict sheet, a director might not cast you as a main role because they want to block as much of the show as possible early on, and get through the show as quickly as possible. And if you're missing a lot of rehearsals, that can't be done. And say if in past shows you've missed a lot of rehearsals that you didn't tell the director about ahead of time, meaning on the audition date, then the director may think you're not responsible and not trustworthy, and may think that since you missed so many rehearsals, you shouldn't get a main role. Now, maturity mistakes and dedication mistakes, points 3 and 4, they're very serious, but they are things that you can overcome meh. So say if you have been goofing off during rehearsals and not paying attention or missing a lot of them, just know that right now you can decide to change that. And directors will notice your maturity improvements. They will notice that over time. Be sure of that. And when the time comes to cast the next show or another show down the line, they'll realize that. So I hope this video was very helpful, and thank you all so much for watching it. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments, and please subscribe, and have yourselves a beautiful day.